In order. Please stand for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Bow your heads. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time that you've allowed us to come together here in this place to discuss the city's business and to conduct the business as need to be, Father. We pray that you would give us the wisdom and the guidance to do things in accordance to your will that bring honor and glory to you, as well as benefit the citizens of this fine city. And we ask everything we ask in the precious name of Jesus, the only name that's worthy. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. They did. That's why I tried to lose them. Roll call to establish forum.
Two's here.
Three's here.
At large is here.
Four's here.
Five's here.
Six is present.
All right, everybody's present. Do we have any public hearings?
No, sir.
We have one public hearing. I don't remember seeing that.
No, sir, we have no
No,
public hearings.
okay, I was
No,
gonna say,
sir.
I did not see
No, sir.
any public hearings. Good, okay, no hearings. Amendments to the municipal docket. Do we have any amendments to the municipal docket?
Yeah, Mayor, under unfinished business, item number 2, I'm going to simply yield to Mr. Kelly on that item, who is also on the docket. There's no sense in both of us addressing that, so I'll remove it under my name.
Perfect. All right, so we'll take the first one off. That was number
Two
Under unfinished.
unfinished.
2 under unfinished business.
Mr. Mayor, I don't know where this one needs to be placed, but we are supposed to have the election of Mayor Pro Tem in the first meeting of every July.
Yes.
And I don't know where you want to put it in the agenda, but we need to get that done.
We can put it on the mayor's.
Okay.
All right, let's see. So I just need the one motion to delete item. All right, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion
Second
carries.
Joey's motion to add the pro tem.
We got another motion to add.
Second?
We got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, and that will go underneath the mayor's. Mayor and Board of Aldermen. All right, okay, we've got, all right, so
Followed.
can I get a motion to approve the municipal docket?
Motion.
Motion second. Any comments? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. We got public comments. Nicole Masters? Or, yes, and that's concerning item number 9. Is that the e-bike?
E-bikes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. If you would, just state your name, address for the record.
Sure, thank you. I'm Nicole Masters. I'm at 402 South Cleveland Avenue in Long Beach. I wanted to speak to you today very briefly about the e-bike ordinance discussion. I don't actually know what kind of where everyone stands on this, but as someone who lives right downtown and actually has an e-bike, some of the people may have seen me in this really big cargo bike that I brought from Amsterdam that fits the 2 kids in it. It's kind of crazy. Pro e-bike, also pro bike lane in general. And so I hope when we have this conversation about e-bike safety, we recognize that amongst all of the solutions that we can look at, one of the things we can do is make sure that the streets are safe for bike riders of all sorts. And you are right now currently looking to put a 3rd lane on South Cleveland and North Cleveland Avenue.
That's not part of this conversation.
So I'll wrap up by saying it's not too late for you to do the right thing and listen to your community about what they actually want on Cleveland and Commission.
Not part of this
Thank you.
conversation. Thank you. Right. Next one is announcements, presentations, and proclamations. So I don't know how many people's aware, but we got a queen in the crowd. Savannah McLean has
That again.
hosted the Princesses for the first time, I think in Long Beach history. We took them out to lunch. And I'll tell you, that what was there, 8 or 9 of y'all? And last year's queen. And it was kind of, every one of them was great contestants. I mean, and I think they even said that at the rodeo. They've never had a better group than what they had. So it was very tough for them to pick the winner. And so I was down there Sunday, and so they were getting ready to pick the winner. And I think we sat out there for 45 minutes, forever. And they came back and said, oh, we got a tie. So they had to go back and reconsider who was going to be our queen. I knew who they would pick. And they came back, and sure enough, you were our queen. We're very, very proud of you. I don't know if well, I'll tell you, there was another person in the crowd too. The queen back 30 years ago. What was her name? Do you remember?
Dina Holyfield.
Dina Holyfield. So she was also there. So I think y'all may be the only two. Yeah, so I mean, I can't tell you how proud. And so it was really good when they were talking about the runner-up. They said the runner-up was from Gulfport. And then they said, oh, that city to the west, which meant Long Beach, was the winner. So I mean, it was, the crowd erupted, and we are just so proud of you. And represent us well next year.
Got a proclamation. Musicology team from St. Vincent de Paul, national champion. Musicology.
All right, we got another proclamation. St. Vincent de Paul Musicology Award.
Above my pay grade.
Would you read?
Sure.
This is a very special one as well.
Did they want to come up?
Mayor, you want to call
Did you want
them
them to come up?
Here they come.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on now.
Okay.
And you go ahead and start reading.
Sure. Whereas the musicology team of the Elementary Beta Club of St. Vincent de Paul School in Long Beach recently earned the national championship at the Beta Club Convention in Nashville. Whereas after placing second at state competition, the team entered the national competition as the 8th seed, where approximately 250 teams completed with only 16 advancing to the finals. Whereas they won the champion in the round with a perfect score of 200. Whereas we are proud of the whereas we are proud of the national champions and commend our outstanding way of representing St. Vincent de Paul School, our community. We also congratulate sponsors Cara Mosley and Megan Berman as state sponsors, and Amanda Pigeon. Now, therefore, on behalf of the Board of Aldermen and Tim Pierce, Mayor of the City of Long Beach, Mississippi, do hereby recognize this team of the Beta Club of St. Vincent de Paul School for its outstanding achievements.
You're in what grade? Hey, we're so proud of y'all. Who wants to hold this for the group? Thank y'all so much. We're so proud of you. Thank you, guys. It's unusual. This time we had all guys. Most of the time it's girls, but they're all guys. We got another one,
Long Beach Girls AU.
so we've got some champions in the crowd too. We've got the Long Beach Girls 8 and under All-Star Softball Recreation Team. And, would you please read?
Sure. The Mayor and Board of Aldermen wish to recognize the Long Beach Girls AU All-Star Softball Recreation Team for winning the Softball Gold Bracket State Tournament undefeated. These girls also placed first, undefeated, in Pascagoula and Ocean Springs tournaments. They placed first in Gulfport tournament and placed second in East Central tournament. Our sincerest congratulations to each of these players and their coaches for a job well done and for their tenacity in winning these titles. Wishing you much success in your future endeavors.
That's perfect. So your name
Jared Skinner,
and your,
head coach. I got Brian, raise your hand, Brian, Dustin, and it's Aiden coach pitch. So our pitcher, he wasn't there out of town, he wasn't here today, but Aaron is the other coach. Charlene, raise your hand. Charlene, if you've ever watched softball, that's hands down the best dugout mom, keeping your team hydrated all the time. So, I want to thank the board and the mayor for having us, letting us recognize these girls and all their accomplishments. Y'all have no idea that if you beat, it only happened twice, legitimately. But if any team beat the 8U Long Beach All-Star team, that was bigger than winning the tournament. We were feared. These girls were feared. We worked them. They worked hard. I couldn't ask, we as the coaches couldn't ask for more effort out of them, a more talent pool. It was an incredible season. We absolutely dominated the whole year, made the city proud. And the last tournament, I told y'all that y'all were getting y'all's last 8U ring. Well, that turns out that's a little bit of a lie. We got a little something for y'all here today. And this is Jack Healy. Now, he sponsored my regular season team. And I worked with my friends I've known him since I was 20 years old when we joined the military. And he listened to all the stories from the tournaments and the weekends, and he actually went and had something made for him. So we're going to present this to the team for a photo, and then they're going to take home what's in the box. So, Jack, if you would.
So I've been honored to, my wife sponsors the team for the last few years, and I was so impressed, not only with the teamwork, but when they win, the most impressive thing I ever saw is they turned in support of the other team. And I thought that was a really special moment. So I wanted to present this to you guys as the greatest of all time for your team.
So, Mr. Mayor, if you would, I'd like you, since you had the time to have us here, present these girls with goat rings. So, Caitlin's come up to the front and take this one.
y'all realize how hard it is to be champs. It's not easy. You gotta have a perfect team, coaches, kids, and, that is amazing. Yeah, all the coaches come on up. Because, I mean, it doesn't happen unless you got a full team. Wow.
So, first player, Caitlin Skinner.
Good job.
Allie Fry.
Allie, congratulations.
Palmer McKay. Marley Heighton. Emma Peeler. What's your name again? Anna Seals. Bella Livingston. Sophia Montez. Mia Iglesias.
All these rings y'all have.
Sydney Warren. And Rita.
Where can I put that?
Their hands are full, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
Hold up your, if you got an MVP, hold it up. These are the trophies you got. The number that you got first place, you got presented a trophy as a team, so we turned them into MVP trophies for the girls. So incredible season. Jessica Gross, where are you at? Did you leave? That's our softball president right there. Don't ever let her go anywhere. Everybody in this room has no idea how much this woman does for girls softball in Long Beach. It's absolutely incredible what she deals with and puts up with.
So, we'll just this way, and we'll get some pictures of y'all. And I'll get the honor. And any of the aldermen want to come in?
All right, we need two girls.
Yeah.
I need, look, when we take this picture, I need your fists up, rings exposed. On the other hand, baby, just hold them up there.
These rings, you can't believe these rings.
Get up there. You're one of the smallest ones. What you doing with the back, girl?
All right, well, congratulations, team.
Good job, Gary, 100%. Good job, Coach.
Good.
Carry that thing out like a WWE.
There you go.
Good job, Coach.
Minutes.
All right. What about the Ron Rhodes? No, we did, we took these off and substituted. Next one, can I get a motion to approve the minutes of June 16th, Mayor and Board of Aldermen?
Motion. Move.
Got a motion, got a second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is the approval of the June 26th special session. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The next one is the approval of the planning board for
June 25th.
June 11th. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion? Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes, just the discrepancy, I think I may have pointed out the last meeting, the application for the re-subdivision that's included in
Yes.
there. It says 4 into 2, and then on the application page, it says 4 into 1. It's just a conflicting.
That
I
was a
think it's
fix.
4 into 1, isn't it?
Okay.
Is it
Yeah,
not?
so
Is
there
it
was a correction, and it is,
1?
who submitted, I think it did say 4 into 1.
It's 4 into 2, Mr. Mayor.
4, okay, so, it started out being 4 into 1. We corrected it to 4 into 2, which was the intent of the application.
And that's what we, okay.
That's what we're proving, yeah.
All right. That's all.
Good deal.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I think the next one is, now we need to do June 25th, Planning and Development Commission minutes. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one, can I get approval of the docket of claims 070726?
So moved.
Got a motion second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Going to unfinished business. We need recognition that the board received the expense report for May. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Item 2 was deleted, shifted down to item 3 of section 12. The next one is the contract Northwestern Bulkhead, Overstreet and Associates. If y'all recall, we asked them to reduce the oversight time in half. I think they came back and did even better than half. They went from originally 250K down to 105K. So can I get a motion to approve this contract with the reduction in hours? I got a motion second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. New business, Mr. Raymond DeFlavis. You would come up and state your name, address for the board.
Second is set up, got a backup speaker in case the new one will work. My name is Raymond B. Flavis. I think most of you either know me or have heard of me. I'm a resident of Long Beach, and I'm here to speak about the lack of enforcement of the fireworks ordinance And I'm here to speak on behalf of my Doberman and all the other dogs and wildlife that can't speak for themselves. This is an abridged copy of the law that's on the books that's not being enforced. It's unlawful to explode or shoot any firecrackers, Roman candles, skyrockets, or related explosives on your property. All personal fireworks are prohibited, including safe and sane varieties. Violators face fines and potential confiscation of their fireworks. Okay, I have an audio brief of July 4th here in Long Beach. I'd like to play it for you. I'm on Lee Street in Long Beach, and the air is thick with smoke, and the fireworks are going off like it's a war zone. The police are, their hands are tied because the chief of police and also the assistant chief of police have basically told them to stand down. So they're giving out warnings, which is, an exercise in futility. The harm is done. Once they've set off the mortars and the other fireworks.
Kids are hanging on the fence out there.
The harm is done. The harm is done pollution-wise. Harm is done.
I think we get it.
That's on Townsend Ferry Road. They buy a lot of fireworks. And they don't care what law enforcement says because the streets are named after the people that live there. Townsend. They're the people that the matriarch lived in a Quonset hut with 100 stray cats. And there's the smoke, as you can see, and there's the scofflaws. They're right at the end of the street. They're renters, these are renters. And this is the status quo. This is probably much worse on the lower end bracket developments. So I think they should, focus on them, not to ignore the better neighborhoods, but most of the scofflaws are in the lower rent district, shall we say. And this is Raymond DeFlavis with Long Beach, Mississippi Uncensored, reporting on the blatant, the scofflaws are laughing at Billy Seal. They're laughing at Tim Pierce. And they're laughing
enough. Mr.
at
Flavus,
the assistant police chief,
that's enough.
Carver.
It doesn't matter, that's enough. When you start attacking people personally,
Wildlife terrorized.
no, you'll have until I say you to turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off, please.
And this is
where you have an attorney that muzzles speech, and you have a set of aldermen that are one more cowardly than the next. You, sir, are a disgrace and a dictator.
Mr. DeFlavis.
And this is how business is run in the Deep South, and everyone's going to know about it because I put this on YouTube. You're a disgrace.
Turn that off so we can talk.
What do you want? You're a disgrace. You're following unlawful
Hey,
orders.
that's enough. That's enough.
You know,
Now, let me tell you, no,
you
hold on.
are the premier
Mr.
redneck.
Would you, hey,
Don't touch me. You're a redneck.
Mr. DeFlavis, let me tell you.
Pathetic redneck.
Hey,
And the rest of you.
hey,
Grovel.
Tim, let me tell him something. Mr. DeFlavis, every village needs an idiot, and you didn't even fill out an application.
Fill that.
Mr. DeFlavis,
After the,
hey, if you,
and you vote for these. You vote for these first. Shut up, stupid.
all right, I will tell you that it is on the ordinance that you're not to be.
Shut up.
Escort him out of here. It is the ordinance that you don't do fireworks within the city limits. And I rarely ever agree with him, but this time I kind of do agree with him. My dog had a stroke during the fireworks, so it is a true issue. And if it is an ordinance, we will enforce it. And so next year, just be ready. If we will respond, and if they're firing fireworks, they'll have to, until we change the ordinance is the ordinance. So if he would have let me just talk a little bit without over-talking everybody else, I finally agree with something with him. But anyway, so we will abide by the ordinance next year, and as we always do. I mean, if it's unsafe, not chief, but assistant chief, if you'd like to say a few words, you're welcome.
We responded to 23 calls this year, from the 3rd through the 5th. Anybody at any time can press charges if the fireworks are disturbing their peace. We give everybody that opportunity. So we enforce the ordinance now. Every one of our officers have discretion, just like if they pull any citizen over for speeding.
Right.
It's officer discretion whether they give them a warning or write them a ticket. So this is no difference. We responded to every call for service, and our officers use their discretion in the best way to handle it. So nobody elected to sign charges, so we had no charges filed.
Okay. Sounds great. All right. Any other discussion from the board? All right, moving right along. Next one is 20-year warranty on Dizemore Place. Wall destruction. Is Mr. Charles here? How you doing? Come on up and state your name and address, sir, for the record.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you all putting me behind that.
Well, you never know what you're going to get.
I feel like I'm on the Tonight Show. It's like, holy crap. I'm going to try and be as serious as possible after that. So anyway, my name is Charles LaMarche. I live at 520 Dinsmore Place, and this has been an ongoing concern. And I know, Greg, you know a lot about what's going on. So I just wanted to address this to the board so everybody knows, because there's a lot of them that are up there that probably don't know and haven't been around long enough, because this has been going on for 13 years, okay? So the resolution that the city of Long Beach and this contractor, Mr. Hall, under the name of Gulf Land Development, agreed to this resolution that he would have a 20-year warranty on that wall, because I believe that most of the aldermen who voted unanimously on that knew that that wall was a piece of junk since the day he built it, because most of these are only 2-year warranties when it comes to a subdivision and the infrastructure and stuff like this. You all mandated, not you personally, but this body mandated a 20-year warranty on that wall, okay? So with that said, it also states in here that his successors are also responsible for that wall. Whether he dissolved Gulf Land Development and turned it into another company, which he did, he took Gulf Land Development, dissolved it in 2022, and transferred several lots in Dinsmore Place to GCC LLC, which means that is his successor of Gulf Land Development. And according to the law in the state of Mississippi, that's just a continuation of the old business. It does not release Mr. Hall or Gulf Land Development from the liability of continuing that 20-year warranty in this resolution that was signed off on all parties to move forward to build that subdivision that's currently over there. And he still owns one lot over there, and he just sold another lot last fall. So he's still conducting business in Dinsmore Place. So he's continuing to be the contractor whose license doesn't expire until 2027. He's got multiple businesses, and he formed the Dinsmore Property Owners Association, Inc. as his own company. He's the sole owner of the HOA. He's never turned it over to anybody. So he has a fiduciary responsibility to maintain the common areas in that subdivision, and he hasn't done any of it. He hasn't collected dues, he has no escrow, he has nothing. And he's used that Dinsmore Association to hide and shelter land that he owns, and he put it under the Dinsmore Homeowners Association because it's a nonprofit where he doesn't have to pay taxes. Because somebody in that neighborhood was getting the tax bill for those properties he still owns behind a couple of the lots. So Mr. Hall has done this shift tactic to try and take the coconuts and try and figure out where the ball's going to be. He's got multiple companies. He's been doing this for years. He's probably in his late 70s, early 80s. He didn't just start doing this yesterday. So our concern, and they asked me, my neighbors asked me to come up and talk to you guys about this because we should be holding him responsible for this wall. It's written in agreement that he signed 13 years ago, as well as all of you. And he's continued as a contractor, and he stayed in the business, and he took assets and moved them from the dissolved company to the new company. And he's using that new company to still make money in Dinsmore Place as of last fall. So I'm asking you all to hold this man responsible under the law that was written by the state of Mississippi for what he's done. That wall is coming apart. It's ending up in the easement, which is a public access area, as well as the road. The last thing I want to comment on is I know that you signed off on Beer Point for DSLD, and unfortunately, one of the roadways is now a river, and everybody knows from the railroad tracks north, the water flows north. It does not go south. So what's happened is now we've got a river that comes down that road. It came across Pineville, tore up and took a whole panel out of that wall and went into the neighbor's yard in Dinsmore Place and filled the creek with water. So we have a hydration or hydrology problem with DSLD's development over there. I know it's not done yet, but somebody needed to look into the city engineer, the hydrologist, whoever's involved didn't get it right. There should be a divergence somewhere where the water does not come across Pineville like a river and destroy people's property. Because I know you guys, you were elected to represent the people, protect the safety and property of the people here in Long Beach. And we're just hoping that you guys abide by that.
Yes, sir. Steve, is there, I'm sorry.
I was going to ask the attorney's opinion on this, because we've dealt with this in the past.
Yeah, the last administration addressed this situation, and I distinctly remember Mikey Brown, and Donald may remember, and Timmy may remember, that we ran into a roadblock when we tried to pursue this.
Mr. Lamarche's comments brings back a lot of my memories of what we discussed last time, and I think he's very accurate in his description of what happened. The original development company, which was owned by Mr. Hall, went out of business. And at the time it went out of business, the developer still owned a couple of lots which were transferred into a different LLC that I think Mr. Hall also owns. There was a performance bond that was required at the time the subdivision was approved. And
$48,000, yes.
And the performance bond expired and I assume was returned to him. I don't recall specifically as I sit here, Mr. Lamarche, but I recall when we looked into trying to enforce that agreement, that the entity had been administratively dissolved at the Secretary of State's office, was no longer an active company and in business, and the ownership of, as I recall, there may have been 3 lots, I don't remember exactly, you may know, did not expose Mr. Hall individually or that company for the warranty of the developer. The remedy, as I recall, was against the developer, which was out of business. We suggested that the property owners whose easement that the fence backed up to try to pursue some legal remedies, but the city didn't have the authority to go after him, as I recall.
Right.
Not after him, after the company, which is out of business.
Which leads me to what I said before, is his being 100% the sole person of the HOA, he has a fiduciary responsibility to maintain these commons. So since he's 100% owner of it and has done business in Dinsmore, he took a quitclaim deed and transferred land to an owner there under the Dinsmore Property Association's name. He didn't do it under Gulf Land, and he didn't.
I'm not sure what authority the city has to
Well, it's
go
not,
after Mr. Hall.
it's not necessarily you. It's the code and compliance people that need to really be going after him. It should be Mike.
Violation of code, let's say, it clearly is. And
Mike and Doug should be going after him,
So-
not Steve.
if it was a code violation against the HOA, and he is the sole member of the HOA,
Yeah, if you go to the Secretary of State's website, you'll see that he is the incorporator and owner of the Dinsmore Property Association. It's not us. It's him. He owns it.
So we need to.
And
claim
it was
that
never
Dale
transferred
approved
to
his-
the
Never,
property owner.
never, ever.
so
Used it as a place to shelter land where he doesn't have to pay taxes because it's a nonprofit.
Steve, do I recall, and I'm going off of memory, which is horrible, but in our previous discussion, was there a bankruptcy or something of one of the businesses?
It wasn't a bankruptcy, as I recall, Alderman Frazier. It went out of business and was administratively dissolved at the Secretary of State's office.
Got it, okay.
And is no longer conducting lawful
but
business.
if it's part of the HOA and the residents whose yard it's in, if it is a code violation against the HOA, he is the HOA.
Then he's responsible.
Well, I think, I have to go back and look. I don't recall because it has been the previous administration, it's been quite a few years. But
We actually
I
spent-
think the developer is the one who created the HOA. And at such time as the developer turned it over, the common areas and things to the city, the HOA should have been transferred to the homeowners.
Right, but according to
And the
Mississippi,
question was whether the homeowners ever accepted responsibility and informed the HOA or took it over, collected dues or any of those things. That was not done.
correct.
I don't know what, as I sit here today, I don't know about the HOA and what its continuing responsibilities are once the business went out.
According to Mississippi state law, the HOA has a fiduciary responsibility to maintain its common areas, period, end of story. It's in the law books. Okay? And here it clearly states on the Mississippi State
HOA
Secretary.
was not Don Hall individually, it was the development company, correct?
No, it's
Okay.
him. He's incorporated it. His name is right there.
Okay.
Could we get a copy?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to give you all this. Yeah,
Mr. Charles, can we table this and let us do more research?
of course. But the last thing I want to mention, and I appreciate you bringing it up a little bit, is when a contractor takes a business and dissolves it. He didn't file bankruptcy. He dissolved it. And he took assets from that company and transferred it to a new company, which by state law means it's a continuation of that corporation. He does not have the liability released from him because he's using the assets and equipment and all the other things that went with Gulf Land Development and GCCC LLC. So it does not limit his liability on what's going on.
Does he still
State law.
own lots in there currently?
Yeah, he still owns one lot, yes.
That being said, you brought some information that I don't think we were familiar with when we looked at it last time.
Because we spent a couple
We spent a lot of time
meetings,
trying
like-
to figure it out. So I would make a motion that we table it and give us some time to look into it and see which route we need to go.
Sure.
We want
Alderman
that
McCaffrey,
wall
could-
fixed. I mean, it looks bad.
It is, it's awful.
Can
And it's
we-
sad that a lot of people drive by there and they laugh and like, what are you doing? Why is it still like that? And why is there debris all over the ground? And why is there holes getting bigger? And now that river went through that panel, now there's a huge hole in the wall. And, you can see right into Victor's yard. I mean, it's just, that wall has just been a headache.
Alderman McCaffrey, perhaps we could consider an alternative motion where he can bring his documentation to the Code and Zoning Office for them to bring to us at the next meeting
I think that's fair.
to review, because we can't.
We'll also have our attorney
Yeah,
review
and
it.
our attorney look into it.
So
Cover all bases.
make that alternative motion.
Restate that, then?
Mr. LaMarche, you'll bring that documentation to the code office, or Sean's right here, maybe you could give it to her so that they can review it.
Sure, absolutely.
So that's my motion.
Yeah.
And I second.
Motion, we got a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And this can be on the next.
Motion carries, and we'll put it on the, we'll put it on the, if we're ready, we'll put it on the next meeting.
Whatever you need.
We'll put it on the unfinished business.
I appreciate you listening.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Next one is cemetery ordinance. Pete, you want to?
Well, I was going to remove Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly's here, Mayor, and I can save you, I know what you're here for, and I may be able to save you some breath. And listen to what the attorney has come up with. We met by phone this afternoon. Steve, you want to elaborate on that?
Yes, sir. Mr. Kelly, if you want to, we're familiar with your request, and we've talked about it several times at various meetings. Alderman Gui and I have talked further about it, and what I would like to have you consider and discuss with the board is an amendment to the ordinance that does two things based kind of on your request. Our current ordinance, Mayor and Alderman, allow for one above-ground headstone, and there was a suggestion that allowing two would be appropriate. And then in addition to that, it prohibits, our current ordinance prohibits above-ground footstones, other markers, coverings, slabs, things of that nature. We were considering and would like you to consider an amendment that said ground level, not above ground, but ground level, I guess we call them foot markers, would be permissible for those plots that involved cremation urns. And to make sure that, to clarify, it doesn't specifically exclude it in our ordinance, but it does exclude other above-ground type things, and we wanted to clarify that language to make sure that ground-level foot markers were permissible. So that was the suggestion that I think, based on our previous discussions, I was going to recommend to the board the ordinance be amended.
Okay.
If you've got something in addition to that, I'd be happy.
Well, just recently, I replaced my father's and my stepmother's, and just it's 12 by 24 flat. So now I have a brother that recently died, and I have a cremation of another brother I want to put in the same plot. I'm going to have the same kind of headstone put maybe midway or bottom side of it. See what I'm saying? Because it's hard to get four names on one flat headstone. So I want to go ahead and see if I can go ahead and get the monument made, or should I wait till?
You're talking about four headstones on?
No, two headstones, but with four names. Like this one here has two names.
The two headstones is above ground is what you're talking about.
Right, yeah.
Is monuments is what I was recommending the change be made from one to two. That's part of it.
You're, again, talking about ground level plaques.
Flat ones, yeah.
The other thing we discussed was the dimensions, and we concurred, Steve and I, and of course it's up to the board, maximum dimensions 12 by 24 would not encumber the next grave, because each grave is 5 feet, so you'd have a 6-inch border on each side.
Right.
So if the board, I guess, wants to entertain.
Is that your correction? Well, here's the thing,
We'll have
Pete.
to have a public
To change the ordinance, I mean, tonight we can agree and make a motion to have our attorney update the ordinance and bring it back to us. I don't think, because it has to be done in public hearing.
That's correct.
Any correction to an ordinance.
That's correct.
We can have it for the next one, but we can make that motion tonight to move forward.
No way to get around
the public hearing.
Okay. Yeah, that's my motion.
Okay.
Any discussion?
So do you understand, Mr. Kelly, where we are with that?
Not really.
It's taking time, but we're moving forward where you will be allowed to place that.
Any change to an ordinance, we have to
Right.
have a public session, and then after that, then we can
Right.
define it. We're just
The
starting.
ordinance was changed back in 2022 that allowed 4. It used to be just allowed 2 cremains in each
Yeah.
plot, and then they changed it to 4 in 2022. And, you know, and I had the plots before then, and I already had one headstone made before, and so I had another
So
headstone
this is
made.
this will, if it does go, this is like the first step in the process
Okay.
to change it.
So how will I know that it's been
We're-
done? Like this-
Pete will call you.
We're going to have a public hearing where
Okay.
people can come pro, con.
Okay,
Once we have that conducted, then we got the green light to go ahead and change the ordinance.
okay,
Based on our vote. I'm thinking you're looking at less than 30 days.
okay,
And
great.
if you want to correspond with me through email, I'll be glad to tell you where we are in each step.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Pete.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you all.
Thank you.
We need a vote on it, or we did?
Yeah,
We didn't
there was
vote.
there's
vote. We had a motion and
We got a
second.
motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is a request for a MOU of support, and it's non-monetary for Justice of Family Program grant application, Gulf Coast Center for Nonviolence Incorporated. Can I get a motion?
Well, you got, I'll make the motion,
sorry,
but
you
you
wanted
have
to
somebody.
talk.
No,
That's
no,
fine.
no.
I'm sorry, I
No,
didn't
no,
see you.
you're perfectly fine. I'm with the Center for Nonviolence. This is a grant that we received 4 years ago. We're reapplying for it, asking for the city's support. The city provided an MOU last time, so we're hoping to have that support again. And I'm not asking for money.
Yeah, that's
so-
not.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a motion.
Timmy and Patrick.
Any discussion?
Yes, do you have that was it a written MOU that we presented with you?
I don't have the original, I mean, I can provide that to you. Are you talking about the one from 4 years ago?
Previous one.
Got it.
Mr. McGee, I have a copy if you'd like.
Can we simply just change the date and send it to her?
Sure.
Okay.
We got a motion?
And a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. You'll get your MOU. Thank you for what y'all do.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you. Special event and fee waiver for Show and Shine event during the Cruising the Coast.
So moved.
A motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Next one is a special event application, fee waiver, and alcohol permit for beer bacon at the Town Green scheduled for March 6, 2027. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second with discussion. This, just as a reminder, this is a nonprofit, and what their money goes to is building access to disabled veterans. So, just letting y'all.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is a special event, application fee waiver for Junior Auxiliary of Gulfport's Backpack Blitz. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is discuss Beach Park Place resurfacing priority list discussion. Alderman Jafria.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, Beach Park Place is, over there by USM. You and I have both been involved in some issues there, continued issues. The building department, the Public Works has done a good job of trying to patch that street. That thoroughfare there is a cut through from Highway 90 to West Railroad. And so it's heavily traveled. There are not a lot of residences on there, but that road is very heavily traveled. Also, it is the entrance to USM Gulf Park campus. So, we need to be very conscious of that. Anything we can do to help bolster the image of the college there from a city standpoint, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't address that. Looking at the paving list that we received, Beach Park Place is number 203, David, on the list that you had sent me, out of 259. So it ranks way down at the bottom of the list with the criteria that you guys use, David. And so what I'm asking tonight is if we could possibly, because of the continued problems that we've had there, is such a big cut-through thoroughfare, heavily traveled road there, I was going to ask if we could possibly move that up to the front of the paving schedule. And I know Alderman Frazier's going to be talking about the paving a little bit about, you know, maybe the monies that we might have, and if we could possibly put this into the, you know, include it if we have the monies available for this coming session. So I'd like to put in the form of the motion that we move Beach Park Place up somewhere near the top of our paving schedule.
We got a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second for discussion.
And with the discussion of just, my second is coming in with, in the past, what we have done is when we go to paving, and if it's the pleasure of the board, we could move 14, my paving, into this discussion and tackle them both. Okay. So, in the past, when we enact or move forward with paving, what we have done is gone to David and Joe and said, okay, we have X amount of money in our paving fund, which is the internet sales tax diversion money, and said, okay, go out, review the study that we had through SMPDD, and bring us back the best bang for our buck using X amount of dollars. So, Emma, do we by chance know what's in that fund? I'm sorry, I didn't ask for it.
No, sir, I don't
Okay,
have that
so,
information.
so I guess where I'm going with this is we would look at the cost of everything, cost benefits, and then vote to move forward on it. And so I would like the Beach Park in that list, but before we just approve and say, yes, we are going to pay, get a number on it, and then go forward.
I have another number that I failed to mention. The Beach Park Place would be $124,459.
Okay, so you got that number already.
We're not talking about,
Sure.
you know, we're not talking about a beat line road where it might be $700,000.
Since this original study was done, we've gone through this numerous times, where just because the study shows that road's a lot better than all these, there's been a lot more wear and tear that the study didn't show.
Sure.
Since it was done, where it would bump yours up the list.
Yeah, because the mayor and I are getting calls on it, you know,
100%.
repeatedly.
So-
And that's why we've done like Donald said in the past, kind of let them and bring them to us and.
So if you'll entertain with that discussion, unless you guys want to take it as two motions, I'm going to make a substitute motion and go, whatever our fund balance is in our paving, we approve half of that fund to be designated towards this year's paving process, including Beach Park in that, and have David bring us back, let Emma give him the number, say, for example, it's $3 million, we take $1.5 million, and we designate that dollar amount for paving this year.
I thought,
This-
I don't know that I'd even say 50, because, I mean, when we did it last time, it was 20.
No, we were holding back 20.
Holding back 20. And
Yeah.
now you're saying hold back.
No, I'm saying spend
Yeah.
50%
Of whatever it is.
for now. We can come back at a later round because we're under contract.
Yeah.
You know, and if we get the number and when David brings us the roads and we find out, well, guys, we had another 500,000, we can amend this motion at that point in time, but at least he's got the numbers in front of us and we're ready to go because the paving companies already have people getting in line and we're going to be down the line. So my point being is getting that approval tonight, and then if we need to change it, go from there.
I like it.
I agree with the 50%. I will second it with discussion, and here's my discussion. I am not opposed to Beach Park being included in that. David, if you'll, when you bring to us like you usually do, if you would number the critical need so that we can address that, because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pound the drum for Townsend Flurry. I'm not going away with that. You know, I want to remind the board that the reason we employ David's perception in this system that we use is to keep any of us from running rogue in our own individual wards because we feel like we're justified. So we need to stay within the process, and that's.
So we're just voting to add it to the list.
Correct. But clarification
In the first
is
part.
Townsend Flurry in your ward?
I will say, this took a lot of the politics out of it, this whole.
It did,
road study.
and that's what
I
it's
love
intended
it.
to do.
Yes,
Yeah,
and it's
so-
done great.
So you got a motion and a second.
So the motion is to add it to the list.
Yes.
And have,
50%
and
part of
use,
that list.
use,
50% of the
use 50% of our money as of tonight.
And put
and
that
have
road
David-
in that 50%.
Yeah, and put this
And-
in the 50%, yeah.
So it will be paved along with other roads.
So we're holding back
Am I-
50%.
All right,
We're approving paving that road.
Along with other roads.
We're approving having to go put on the list.
Patrick, let me.
You're losing me. now.
Okay,
It's
let me
already on the
let me
list.
re-explain. Let me.
It's on the list.
David has to have, if we don't give him a number, for example, $1 million, or he can bring us back every road. What I'm saying is, whatever our fund balance is, cut it in half.
Yeah.
Okay? Whether it be 1.5, this is the model that David's going to use. I'm going in his practice or his test that he's going to bring back to us, he's going to bring us $1.5 million of paving back.
Right. And then we vote on which ones to go.
But it will.
Then we finalize it, but at least we have the list formed and we're ready to move forward.
All right, it's getting mixed signals.
And that's why I wanted to re-explain.
And let's make it very clear, is that Park
Place.
Park
Beach-
Place
Beach
in
Park
that
Place.
first 50%?
It's in that list,
All right,
yes.
so yes, it is
All right, well,
in there.
we've just talked about Jeff Davis, and I don't know that I want to go, if we're going to go through the process of selecting, let's just get it on the list, and then when we get to that list,
You still
Okay.
have to approve the list once it comes to it.
And,
well, that's not what it's, I'm getting,
well,
it
and
doesn't sound
I'm,
like that.
I get where you're coming
I don't get a vote in this, but I do support, Joey, we are a college town.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing
You know-
when you pull in, wait a minute.
You know,
It's
we have-
wait a minute, it's embarrassing when you pull into Guff Park and have to go through the potholes. And now that we have Mississippi Gulf Coast Junior College being a part of Guff Park,
Yeah.
the traffic is gonna be doubled, if not more. And that is what I consider part of the front door to this city, because we are a college town. So I would hope that everybody would take that into account as
It's
well.
more than just a pothole that we're trying to fill or a bad road. This has got a lot more tied to it.
So
And
we
I
got-
don't
we got 'em.
disagree, I just don't
Get
want
Jeff
to
Davis done.
say, right, I don't want to say, hey,
In that
I'm
list.
not.
Not either or.
I'm not voting to approve paving that road right
So
now.
tonight, you're not approving to pave
Just want to
anything.
make that,
All right, so we got a motion?
But I do
Second.
understand, I do understand the justification.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
Took way too long.
David's head's hurting over there.
Well, and the thing about, like you said, it's the right way to do things, and you brought it up. You know, it's not who can sway others to vote their way, it's putting some common sense into it. And
Absolutely.
some other factors that's gonna help us decide. All right, next one is the e-bike ordinance. Alderman Jafria.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, this is a near and dear to my heart issue. E-bikes, everybody has seen what e-bikes are doing now. I consider it, a clear and present danger. It seems like I'm always picking up on these things, trying to be proactive if it's lowering a speed limit or trying to see something before it happens instead of reacting. I'm getting a lot of calls. I've gotten a lot of emails. We need to do something with the e-bikes. I want to make sure everyone understands this, first and foremost. Whatever we do, safety is the main, only reason why we're addressing this issue, okay? So this is all about safety. It's not about, there's going to be pushback. There's people say you're infringing on our kids. We're not letting them be kids, and, you need to loosen up and let them have fun, because I've heard that one too. I had a father come to knock on my door and tell me that I'm just being, too tough and I need to, lighten up. But this is 100% about safety. So what we've done, I've looked at the ordinances. Of course, there's nothing in our ordinance about e-bikes. The dirt, gas engine, off-road vehicles that we had, the mini bikes and everything was addressed in ordinance, but not e-bikes. And that was last visited in 1974, if I'm not mistaken, Counselor. It was 1974 that we looked at that ordinance.
Long time ago.
A long time ago, way before we had internet, before we had cell phones or any of this. So where do we go from here? The main thing is we put it on the agenda for tonight because understand that, you know, I'm looking for input. You know, the police officers here, you know, Officer Carver has given me some information that he got. I'm getting information from different sources from different parts of the country. And what I'm wanting to do is also ask everyone to get in touch with your alderman, go through your alderman, and if you have some issues or concerns that you would maybe voice those to your alderman. I'm only one person, and I'd love it, you know, if you would, just go through your alderman. But what we want to do is we want to try to get a product that we can all be comfortable with and happy with. That's our ultimate goal and objective here. But we don't want to do this rush, you know, we don't want to rush into this, but we want to look at everything that's working around the country, you know, and keep it and throw everything out that's not working. But there's a lot that needs to happen here, but the main thing is that we as a board are recognizing now that this is something we need to take action on, and it's to be determined where we're going to go and how far we're going to go with it. But that's basically where we are right now, Mr. Mayor.
And thank you for bringing it up. So we had a meeting with all the mayors on the coast, and it's not just Long Beach. Every mayor on the coast is waiting for someone else to jump out with the e-bike ordinance. They're having close hits. They are having some hits. I think we've had a couple of accidents in Long Beach. I was at City Hall one afternoon. I saw 6 of them coming down the road, 2 of them riding wheelies, and the other ones was on the sidewalks. So we just got to get control because you hit the nail on the head, is safety. And every single city on this coast is agreeing that the coast needs to do something. And I appreciate you jumping out, and Long Beach can lead it.
I just don't want to take it too far.
No, it's safety.
That is my thing. I mean, look, my kid's on one, so I can't be a hypocrite. But, you know, fireworks, e-bikes, next we're coming after dance. We just got to be careful to... It's going to be like Footloose in here. I want them to be safe, and, you know, I don't want to just, like, perfect statement is take our time and, like, not overdo it.
Okay.
I would come in on Patrick's coattails. I don't disagree that it's something, we need to address it in some fashion. What comes to mind, though, is we already have a golf cart ordinance that says they're not supposed to be north of the tracks, but on any given day, you can go in Pineville and beat line and commission. Golf carts are all over the place, so it's about enforcement is what it's about. And like Patrick, I just don't want to be sitting up here saying, we're from the government and we're here to help you, you know. So I also want to proceed in a sensible direction, and if Joey continues to research what works in other cities, especially other cities our size, maybe that's the prudent way to go.
I think my job here, the way I see it, is basically to gather a bunch of information, and it's not my decision. Obviously, we're going to disperse this amongst everyone here, get the public's input with this also before we do something.
Something enforceable but
Yeah,
fair.
something that's fair, and we're going to have, you know, everybody's not going to agree with it. We get that. But we harken back to my original statement that we have to do something because this is it's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
I would have a question.
Clear conscience. I know we all do.
Do you feel, or mayor or board members, do y'all feel that that a work session would be justified in this regard?
I'd like him coming up with some solutions, some possible drafts, and then maybe go into a work session. So
I can do a lot of legwork, and then we'll get something to work from. And we can.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking if we do that, then we get some public input as well, perhaps.
That's what I'm thinking. With the being video tonight, we should all be getting feedback from.
Yeah,
and we can get ideas from everybody.
You know, because some people have seen this in different parts of the country or different cities, and they can help us. So we need help. We're not the experts here. We're learning. So, you know.
Okay.
If you see my kid doing something dumb, snatch him off of.
Part of we want to make sure the parents are responsible in this too. And that's, a lot of this is going to be the parenting is, you know.
All right, good discussion. So, yeah, Joey, we'll wait for your draft to come before the board.
Very good. Thank you.
The next one is revised contract with Sparklight. I'm asking that be taken off the agenda. I work with Sparklight, and Joey started this, and I followed up with him. And we thought we were going to have to do an additional $400 and something a month contract with them. I have discussed, and they said they will do the 2 ones that we need for free, so there's no reason to discuss a contract with Sparklight.
Motion to remove it.
Got a motion to remove it here? Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is discussion on the scheduling of a workshop for short-term rental. Board, I think they've done some work, and I think they want to come back with some recommendations.
Yes.
Patrick, you want to take
Yes, and I
that?
will get y'all all a copy of the information prior to it. But they've met, I don't know, how many times did y'all meet, Blaine? Like a bunch. They put a lot of work into it. They've got some numbers of tax benefits, all that stuff. So they came up with some, I've met with them. They've got some good suggestions and some good information in general. So
Want to add this to one of the end of our budget hearings?
that would
Or
be.
before a budget?
That would make sense.
Okay.
Let's do it after, then we.
The next budget meeting is next Tuesday?
Yes.
14th. It'll be a long one.
Long one?
Our budget meetings are
We
probably
can
going to
do
be long. We might want to do it on
We
a,
can do it. All right, so we're gonna have a work session next Tuesday on the budget. We will tack this on to the budget workshop.
We'll just tell
Unless y'all
them
want-
like an hour after the time.
Or we
Yeah.
can start, or we can do that work session before. We've done that in the past.
Do it before?
Do before
All
the
right.
budget.
You good with
It's up-
that?
It's up to y'all.
So
Start
can I
at
get a
4?
motion to set up a work session next Tuesday, the 14th at 4 o'clock?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is amendment to City of Long Beach and Anticorp LLC, amendment number 5. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
I didn't have it
Second.
in my packet.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is
13.
request for update billing on total of date owed, spent, lawsuits, legal for Long Beach Harbor Resort Suite and the annexation litigation. Alderman Frazier?
So here's where I requested this, and I just want this for, I don't know if we put it in our minutes now or if we just have it with our budget. This is what we end up doing every year, and not to go into the budget, but we run into, hey, we're trying to balance a budget, but you got so many moving parts that something's not in there, and then we're having to take from our fund balance. I wanted this just so that we have true numbers to go by, going, hey, guys, this is what we're at and where we're predicting to end up. So I guess more of just information purposes, and then we'll take it further as we go through the budget.
All right, we'll have that for you.
We
Okay.
have,
Yeah, we're good.
we got a copy of it, but we want to I want to just make sure we're adding it in our
Make sure
budget.
when she does the accruals through the end of the year this year, that she includes those 2 numbers in those accrual numbers. Okay? Is that good?
Yeah, because I didn't even think about it.
It's
What's
gonna be
spent
next-
already
Yeah.
is done.
Yeah.
Right.
What are we going to spend going into
That's
next
gonna be
year?
the
That's
accrual
what we
part.
need to know,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Okay.
that, and, because, anyways,
All
we're
right,
good.
So, I don't know if we need a motion. Can I have a motion? No, okay. So,
Nothing
all right.
needed.
Next one is, we did
14
away
is
with
done.
that one. Number 15, acknowledge quarterly report of Long Beach School District of Town Green Activities. You'll see it in the package. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The next one is the contract spreading across the minutes, the 2 contracts between the City of Long Beach and JLB Construction.
Motion.
Got a motion? Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Departmental business, mayor's office. Only thing I really want to, and I'm sure a lot of y'all are aware, we're getting close on the Gateway project. If we can get out of the rain that we've been having lately, we should have that done. And probably, I'm gonna say probably the next 3 weeks. So, it'll be open for everybody to enjoy. And I think you're gonna be really impressed, and I think the rest of the coast is gonna look at our Gateway project and be impressed as well. So, That's all I got. Personnel. Oh, okay, so we got another, let me get the personnel all the way, and we'll add it to after that. Personnel, mayor's office, one new hire, one education pay. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. The next item is city clerk's office, one step increase. Can I get a motion?
Move. Second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I just want to make sure we get the dates straight, that we have all the dates we
It's-
approve,
it's-
and then the.
Yes, sir. That is within our.
That's fine. I think the mayor, he and I talked about it, but going forward, I think we'll be okay with that, right?
Yeah, we'll be okay.
All right.
Police department, one resignation. Get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Fire department, step increase. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next one is the harbor resignation. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
It's a retirement, is it not?
Yeah. No.
Well, no, it's a resignation.
It's a resignation.
Retirement.
Retirement,
Oh,
though.
We'll call it a retirement. See, he can't hear anymore. He's getting old. Retirement. You're going to retire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not yet.
So I do want to say you went above and beyond. You stepped up when we needed someone to step up, and you've done a good job, a great job. You're going to be some big shoes to fill, but I do wish you well. Of course, this isn't till September.
Probably around the 24th.
24th of September, so we'll still have a lot of interaction. But yeah, we do totally appreciate what you do for us.
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. City clerk.
I have nothing.
Fire department.
I have nothing to add tonight.
Police department.
Nothing, sir.
Excellent job on that murder case.
Thank
We turned it around and we solved it quick, and I appreciate what y'all do. Really do. So before we go to engineering, we got another item we want to put on, the mayor pro tem.
Pro tem.
All right, so I think we said at the beginning of
First
our
meeting.
term,
First meeting. Yeah.
every year we would nominate or stay with the same, whatever the pleasure of the board. So I guess if someone has a nominee for the mayor pro tem,
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, I would like to nominate Donald Frazier to continue as mayor pro tem for this coming year.
okay, we got a
Take that in the
motion.
form of a motion.
Second.
Thank you.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Engineering. FY 20, well, go ahead, you can go through each item of yours. Because you got a bunch.
Not enough talking, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe at the previous meeting, you guys requested a little bit more clarity on the various funding applications that we've kind of worked with the mayor. And really, that's what this is intended to be. We're proposing to apply for GCRF, Gulf Coast Regional, or Gulf Coast Restoration Funding, Go Mesa. And we've already applied for the Tidelands, which I believe we actually got at the previous meeting. So, I could try to plow through these individually, or if y'all got any questions about them, whatever makes the most sense to you.
I don't have any questions about them.
I don't think we need to go individually, but I'm going to reiterate one more time, like I did at the meeting 2 weeks ago, on the Park Road drainage upgrades. It does not cost $2,500 for a brick mailbox. Now, you told me that was worst-case scenario. I'm just telling you, you can do it for less than half of that. I know from experience, but I just want to make that point for the
Take
record.
note on that, but it better be finished by August. August
Duly
10th.
noted. I think that item is actually on one of the coming agenda items, and it is less than that, so.
Amen.
Yeah, can I get a
I make a
motion?
motion to approve all these.
Say that.
We'll work on developing those applications
Yeah, A
for the
through
mayor's
I.
execution and submittal.
All right, so we got a motion to approve A through I. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Discussion. Hang on. David's waving his fingers
Oh,
at us.
sorry, Dave.
I would, You know, certainly I would think you could take A through F in one if you want to, but I think G, H, and I might deserve separate conversation.
That's what I meant to say, A through F.
So we got an amended motion to do A through F. Any discussion on A through F? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. G, MICWE ARPA SCADA systems purchase. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, those, you know, at the previous meeting, the board directed the mayor and I to work together to try to get SCADA for as many stations as we can get in the city. And we actually had a pretty meaningful and helpful conversation today with our MICWE personnel that we speak to. And we're working through that. It's definitely going to be a thing. And I wanted y'all to really, the point of this item is to acknowledge that we might get into a spot here where we're purchasing something without assurance that we're going to get reimbursed. And so.
It's something we need, but at what cost? Because
right.
So
it does cut back on a lot of labor.
We have a little safeguard there in that we're going to put it out for bid.
Okay.
And if it comes back and part of that bid contract will be that it has to be on the ground here with an invoice before August 31st. If not, nobody qualifies for the bid, we don't take a bid. So that we're kind of safe, and tell me if that's kind of the discussion we had.
Absolutely.
So it's going to take everything falling in just right?
So they have to have, what all do they have to have done by August?
What the rule has been is you have to have invoices for every cost that's going to be eligible for MCWI reimbursement turned into the city, but really effectively turned into DEQ by August 31st. And it can't just be a projected invoice. It's got to be an invoice that you could go put your hands on and say, you're invoicing me $100,000 and here's $100,000 worth of product or goods.
And here's the other part to that. So if y'all remember, ARPA came from the federal government, and you didn't have to send money for reimbursement.
Correct.
MICWE does, okay?
MICWE went to the state, right?
Yeah, so after August 31st, they're gonna pull back all the money, and it's going back to the state. And then the state has till December 31st to get that invoice, or it will be pulled back. So what I'm going to do with the help of our legislators, Patrick's dad, is to see if we can't, if that is a hard date of August 31st, since they got till December 31st, if that's a hard date, because there was some, what put us in this situation was the piping for the Harrison County Utility Authority. We went into this thinking that ARPA MICWE would pay that. We got a revolving fund for that total amount, and we went into this under good intentions to have that ARPA MICWE pay us back for the loan. Well, when we got into our administration, the state said, no, we can't mix federal funds with state funds or federal funds together. And so that put us in a bind. So that's why we're trying to push as much as we can through so we don't lose any money. But I do want to talk to our legislators and see if we can't get some help.
We can get an extra month. Extra month
If we
gives
can.
us a lot
We
of.
just have to have an invoice. It doesn't have to be complete.
Well, the invoice means that they've delivered and they've invoiced it with it, so.
Right, for whatever your scope is, it has to be a completed scope. If they're just providing a product, then we have to have the product. If they're providing a constructed item, then we have to have it constructed.
That's what and we took an assumption that our public works can install.
Yeah. So as long as we get the systems here by August,
Then we're
That's
good.
the plan right now, is to actually just purchase products that Public Works would
we
then.
can get paid for it.
So there's
working
two
through
ways
that.
of going about it. One is through bids, and the other one's sole source. They're supposed to send in this paperwork that will help explain what qualifies for sole source. That will take off about 2 weeks off of the process.
Would, if we can qualify this for sole source, it'll help us get it done. They did squash our hopes today that we would not be able to go through this individual purchase order process like I hoped that we would. They said, no, we can't do that. So, not if it's gonna be eligible for reimbursement. So we're exploring the ways to get this done. And it was really just an update that we've got some risk here. And the mayor saw, though, to the finish line that you can bid something and not award it, so the risk is stops at
the
that
risk,
point.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Tell me if I'm not thinking about this correctly, though, but on those monitors they're the monitors on these pumps. Mike, I hate to put you on the spot, but how many man-hours a week are we using right now to check this? So
I thought originally it was like 20-something hours.
it's more than 20 hours a week that these will save us. So the way I look at it, even if we are on the hook for it, it's saving man-hours, which will pay us back for
In
it.
the long run.
In the long run.
That being said,
So
I make a
that's why I
motion
say
we move
yes.
Forward with trying to purchase
So
these.
we got a motion?
I'll second it.
Got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
It's gonna
Next
pay
one
you
is
back.
MICWE ARPA funding, correction letter number 3.
Okay? Item I, correct.
Number 3, MICWE project, number 425.
All right,
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed H. Hit on H.
All right, risk letter, this is, if you recall, the board awarded the project for the Park Road drainage to Twin L, and then we had DEQ come back and say we couldn't do that because we'd reduced the scope to get it into the budget. DEQ said, no, you can't do that. So then we canceled that award and re-awarded to them at the full bid amount. And this is a letter that DEQ is requesting that we acknowledge that if somebody ever finds out or deems that was ineligible, then they may claw back funds. This is the kind of letter that would have been great to have 6 months ago, but we talked about this, that this was a risk, and it's really just requesting the mayor to be authorized to execute the top letter, where we acknowledge the acceptance of risk and we continue to seek reimbursement.
You need a motion, Mayor?
I'll make the motion if we need it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. We done?
Final is a
Got the
corrective
one.
action letter. This is it's another project where we're partnering with Harrison County Utility Authority, trying to get MCWI reimbursements, and we'll need the mayor to execute that corrective action letter and continue to seek reimbursement.
I'll make a motion that we give the mayor permission to sign.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is Public Works Budget Amendment.
Asking that the money for the claim on the case back into the budget to pay for the
I move.
Second.
You had another item.
Yeah, we're going, yeah, we'll take that one up, next one. So that, we got a motion and a second on budget amendment for case excavator. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is the budget amendment for canal work.
canal work back in wintertime, and that was money that we would like on our equipment that was used for.
That's where the, what is it, the,
Water management.
Water
district.
management paid us to go in there and clean ditch. All right. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Recreation? Good. Good. Building office? Good.
She says, good as it's gonna get.
Good. Harbor? Community affairs?
Twitter.
Out here, they're good. Do we have any derelict properties?
No, sir.
A report from anything from the city attorney?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. I'd like the board to consider a short executive session so I could update the board on the West Wall lease negotiations as well as the Long Beach Harbor Resort recent court proceedings.
All right, so we got can I have a motion to go into?
I'll second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Action taken.
Motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Opposed? Donald's gonna stay here for a while.
Hey.